Guys.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Because we are ready right here.
We're ready. We're so ready.
Today is the 10 at 10 for 12/4 of 2025. Guys, this month, and it's already flying by, man. I mean, last time we shot a video, man, that was like for this past Tuesday, bro.
No, man, 2 days ago, bro.
That's crazy, man. We're already 4 days into December, man. Well, guess what? We're not in the days of Christmas yet, but we're getting close, man. We got 8 more days until the days of Christmas. But guess what? Christmas is coming a little bit early this year, man, because we're bringing the 10 trees that are the coolest trees that are dropping today on the 10 at 10.
Now today we're only going to talk about 10. We're going to highlight these, but if you sign up for the weekly email, you'll get the full listing of the 20 trees we list every Tuesday, every Thursday. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us, coming in here and checking out these trees. It's kind of a fun way for us to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up. And we got an exciting lineup for you today.
Yeah, guys, starting off with a nice size 2-gallon Acer Palmatum Lionheart, man.
Man, I love this tree. It really does have a strong name. You know, that Lionheart, the heart of a lion. Definitely, this thing really has some nice kind of upright habit to it, which is unusual for a lace leaf. I really like trees that kind of break the rules.
Yeah, man, you know, if you got that tiger blood in you, bro, that Lionheart is only, you know, a nice companion for it, bro. Now this one, I am always on that search for like, well, what do we deem kind of impossible, as we say, like here in the maple world? Not impossible, but you know, those kind of grails. Like I know a lot of people's grails are those super rare things. For me, I'm like, I want the grail that ain't even been found yet, man, right? You know? So I'm always looking for a red upright lace leaf. You know, we have that green counterpart, Ryugu, super fast growing upright lace leaf.
Yeah.
Well, I stumbled upon 2 cultivars that I think are the closest thing that we have to an upright lace leaf at the moment. Guys, you're looking at one.
Yeah. Lionheart, super cool lace leaf, you know, especially for the landscape that it's so common to see a lace leaf out there. Almost every home you see in the landscape has a Japanese maple lace leaf out front somewhere. But this one's going to be something different. One that you're not going to see around that often. Lionheart's kind of a newer, up-and-coming cultivar. It needs to get in more gardens for sure. It has a nice kind of a cherry pink color in the spring when it first leaves out. Really finely dissected leaf too. Really nice, smaller kind of dissected leaf to it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I really love this tree. We planted one on the garden over here, and the shape is just really kind of, it sets itself apart from all the other lace leaves that we have around the nursery because it just has this kind of very wide open feel to it, very up and arching. I think this is a tree that if you really, really want to accentuate that kind of upright growth, staking it up is going to be paramount.
Yeah.
I think that you're going to get your best form from staking. Not to say that, you know, you have to, because I really like the form this kind of builds as it goes. But staking is going to help you get that height. It's going to accentuate kind of that more upright lace leaf feel a lot more. And this is one you're going to love throughout the seasons. Kind of mimicking that orangeola during that springtime with that kind of really dynamic changing leaf. Yeah. Super, super awesome tree.
All right, guys, we got another cool tree for you up on the lineup today. We got Acer platanoides erectum.
Yeah, man, this is a tree that stands tall in the garden, man. It's a hard one to beat, bro. This is an awesome tree. Super beautiful if you enjoy platanoides with, you know, a really nice structure that's going on in the landscape. Really kind of a tall columnar tree. Maybe not columnar, but a little bit less wide than it is tall. Giving you about 20 foot in 10 years height by about 10 foot wide. Super, super cool one.
Yeah, definitely a cool tree for the landscape. I love when you get into the Acer platanoides, you get a nice big large leaf. Really fine points too on all those lobes. I like how it just kind of gives you a really ornamental leaf. Golden yellow fall colors on this too, so you get that big leaf with bright golden fall colors on it. So definitely one you need for your landscape, and it goes well up in those colder climates too, all the way up to zone 4. So really one that you should consider if you're living up north.
Yeah, definitely, man. I I enjoy the platanoides. I think they have a nice regal appearance with that leaf, and that fall color is really, really nice, honestly, too. So don't miss out on an Acer platanoides erectum today.
All right, y'all, coming up next, we got another killer Japanese maple for you. One of my favorites, man. We got Acer Palmatum Ojishi. This one puts the O in Jishi. You got to get one of these. This is super cool. This is a true dwarf Japanese maple. One of the smallest, slow-growing Japanese maples out there.
Yeah, you know, that's 6 foot in height and 15 years.
Yeah.
This is... Dude, it requires a lot of patience for this tree. I know that some of you, you know, you want that instant growth. This is one of my favorite trees ever. I don't know what about it. Maybe it was like my memories I have associated with this tree of being with Matt and Tim and collecting seeds off of this at Buckholz for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, filming an amazing video there. And whenever I think about Ojishi, I mean, the first one I think about is that one in Buckholz garden. I think it got dug up this year and put in a box, kind of let it grow, maybe decide where else it's going to go. But man, this one was put underneath some power lines, man. So this is one you're not going to have to worry about, you know, that power company coming and cutting the sucker down because, dude, this thing ain't getting that big. But man, it leaves an impression in your mind. The way that the Shishigashira-like leaves just kind of, you know, crawl across the wide kind of platforms that this one puts off as it grows.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's magical.
It really does create a really dynamic shape. I love Ojishi. It kind of takes me back to some of my early collecting days back in Oklahoma. I had this one early on, had it paired with my Shishigashira, kind of like an entrance to my garden. So I really love when you get into the lion's head Japanese maples. I'm a collector, so that collector mentality kicks in. I'm like, man, I got to have all of those, you know. And the Ojishi's one that's hard to find, not out there that much. One of the biggest reasons is such a slow grower. Hard to get these in production. They take forever to get and fill out like a 1 gallon pot. But great sizes for this particular cultivar for sure. I know it doesn't look like much here, but for this cultivar, really nice size 1 gallons on these. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Here we go.
Zukushi, man. This is another amazing fall color Japanese maple. I know we say that a lot, guys, but this one is selected for its beautiful red fall color. This one is going to go right in there with Osakazuki, Hogyoku, you know, Ichigi-Oji, Kihachi-Jo action, bro.
Oh, man, there's so many great ones out there.
Beautiful, beautiful Aminum style leaf. The leaf style is a lot more like Hogyoku. I know Brian and I were just talking about that. But the color is more like Osakazuki.
Yeah, it's really cool. You get some really, really bright, strong red colors in the fall. This thing lights up, man. I love that about a Japanese maple that performs so well in the fall time. Makes a bold statement, kind of a big finale for the year. I love a maple with a great fall color. But this one kind of plays into that world of Osakazuki. So sometimes it's about like picking out, you know, 3 or 4 different maples that you just really like. This is one that's a little more less common out there than like Osakazuki, but one you definitely need in your collection, man. It's got a nice big fat leaf to it, bright green colors in the spring, and then going to that cherry red in the fall.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to fit right in with a lot of other maples, giving that really nice lively appeal during the spring and the summertime. I love the blush on the spring colors. I think sometimes we get so hung up on talking about all those beautiful fall color maples that we forget most of the time there's a little bit of blushing going on, man. And I think that's really dynamic, you know, with the blush. It really creates a lot of different colors. And Zukushi is one you ain't going to want to miss out on.
All right, guys, we got another cool one for you here. We got Acer Palmatum Livy. This is a really cool dwarf red upright Japanese maple. Kind of those words don't really make sense, do they, all together? But dwarf upright, I love this thing because it makes like the perfect small tree shape out in the garden. I have one of these in my collection. Acer Palmatum Livy is such a great cultivar. I think it's super underrated. In my opinion, I think it's right there with like Rhode Island Red, some of those other dwarf red uprights. I love this one. It's going to give you a really dense, compact habit to it.
Yeah, I definitely get taken back to shooting some cultivar highlights on this one at Buckholz. I think this was one of the crazy, outrageous plants or maybe underrated plants.
Yeah.
And I mean, seeing that large kind of 10-gallon size on this plant was just kind of magical, man. I do like that tight, dense habit that it has. Definitely sets itself apart from all of the other kind of dwarf red maples. So
yeah, this has a nice kind of translucent color too in those summer months, and you can play around with that even more if you give it more shade. You get it out in more sunlight, you get more of those bold reds. You get it more into shade, you can get these kind of nice maroon greens, these kind of like this metallic sheen that it gets to. Really nice translucent look when you get it in some shady areas in the garden. So a lot of great uses in the landscape.
Yeah, definitely don't miss out. All right, guys. If you like hybrid Japanese maples, boy, do we got something for you. This is Acer pseudosieboldianum ex Palmatum Hasselkuss.
Man, this is a cool tree. I tell you what, I'm just sitting here thinking about this. When we had some 10 gallons here of these at the nursery and they went into fall color, I mean, it was like a mad dash. Everybody all of a sudden wanted a Hasselkuss. They probably didn't even know what tree this was. They were just like, whatever tree that is, I want that because it looks awesome. I love Hasselkuss, man. This gets you that pseudosieboldianum, so you get your nice cold tolerant Japanese maples all the way to zone 4. So those of you up north, one you definitely need to consider for your collection.
Yeah, I mean, the leaf shape on this one, very akin to something like Mikazuki.
Yeah.
Kind of like a long, elongated, feathery leaf-looking tree. And then you get those amazing colors that the pseudosieboldianums will provide. I think this is a tree that gets slept on. I know that we're always trying to push the fact that it can be grown in colder climates, which is really important, obviously. Right. But I really think this tree has a lot of merit on its own.
Oh, absolutely.
And that the color that this provides throughout the year, the texture that it provides, and I really like the shape too.
Yeah, it has a nice kind of multi-trunk system typically when you get this in a larger size. A lot of multi-branching, great structure overall, and I think it's just that structure helps with the fall color because there's so many branching, so many leaves on it that it really just intensifies all those different leaves going into crazy colors. One of the best fall color maples out there, I think. Just a mix of reds, oranges, yellows, just a consistent tree, I think, for the landscape. Can't go wrong with Hasselkuss. All right, guys, we got another awesome Japanese maple. I mean, I feel like I say that all the time because we do have awesome Japanese maples all the time. We got Acer Palmatum Mikazuki for you guys today.
Now this is an epic one right here. A beautiful Town Buckholz introduction. This is one, you probably heard me talk about this one a lot. But it is always pulling my attention in the greenhouse. It always has some funky looking colors going on. It's got a great shaped leaf, and it's one that's going to give you some dynamic interest throughout the year.
Yeah, I love this reticulated style Japanese maple. It has like one of the best leaf shapes, I think, when it comes to the reticulated types. Kind of these longer, skinnier lobes. They almost slightly cup a little bit, kind of just have this really interesting shape to it. And what I really like about this one, I'll tell you guys, is play around with the sun exposure on this. You can get some really bright pinks, getting it out into those hotter, kind of sun type environments, but you get this tucked into some shade, you get some really weird kind of like these grayish blues and greens with that reticulation underneath. It looks so wild. I love to play around with this one in the shade. I think it just gives a variety of color you don't really see in other trees.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that pink that throws up during the springtime.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
Especially on a larger specimen. Oh my gosh, man. Like, this thing is just like, it looks like somebody kind of dipped into that pink and just kind of, like some Bob Ross type stuff. And then, yeah, you start to look at it closely and you see that reticulation going on. This is a nice symphony all in one plant, I will say. It does like being in the shade. The one at Buckholz is planted up underneath the giant purple ghost.
Yeah.
And some other larger conifers that are really giving it some super nice protection. But yeah, this is one you are going to enjoy in your garden. Put it next to, maybe a rising sun or that sort of thing. Have that sun and the moon going at the same time.
Love it. All right, y'all, we got another exciting Japanese maple for you here. This is a super dwarf. I love it when they get really, really small. Acer Palmatum Ryugu.
Yeah, I mean, 4 to 6 inches.
Yeah.
Each year. That's pretty awesome. Very, very amazing, beautiful, variegated variety of Japanese maple.
Really cool, man. Look at the sizes on there. If you think about how slow that growth is, to get one of these sizes is really cool to be able to offer these. Make sure you get quick and click and buy Ryugu, a cool variegated Japanese maple. This one's super dwarf. I love that because I got a small garden. I'm always thinking about trying to tuck things into a small spot in the garden. Definitely one you need to get.
Yeah, I think this one would pair really nice with Lima Gold, man. You put that with those similar kind of tight, dense habits going on. The variegation is going to play off of the yellow of the Lima Gold. It'll look super, super awesome in your garden.
Yeah, this variegation style is really, really unique. You get some kind of sand dusting, you get some splotching, some splattering in that leaf, pinks, whites with that green. And then when it goes into the fall colors, I love that about variegated maples. They go to fall color. They got multi-tones. You get those lighter pinks with the reds mixed in. Super cool Japanese maple. Great for containers, bonsai, small tree. Definitely pick one of these up today.
Pink, white, and green. I'm feeling clean, man.
All right, y'all. Corbin, we got another killer tree right here, and I know everybody's waiting for this. One of the most sought after trees out there in the market right now. What do we got?
Guys, we got Acer Palmatum, Marmalade. I hope you got your toast ready, man.
Woo! Telling you, man, this thing is one of the best spring interest Japanese maples out there right now. New Talon Buckholz introduction. I mean, dang, dude, is there anything else we need to say about that?
Nah, man, I don't think so. Just kidding, guys. We're going to give you the breakdown on this. A beautiful orange. This one... All right, so I know we compare a lot of trees to what we call a kane, man.
Right.
Which, if you ever heard of a kane, just go ahead and look that up on some pictures. It's a beautiful spring interest maple that's sold for $1 million in Japan. So that's pretty crazy. This one is, in my opinion, the closest color you can get to a kane.
Yeah, definitely one. I think, you know, they've been kind of searching through seedlings after seedlings after seedlings to find that best vibrant orange spring color. This thing lights it up, dude. And that color, just saying orange is kind of like an understatement because there's such a mix of like these almost like reds and pinks underneath that orange layer. So it's like a multi-effect a way that thing displays its color. Super cool.
Yeah, I don't understand how like you can look at a maple leaf and like color just like continues to kind of pop out at you. And I think that's what's so cool about these kind of really amazing spring interest maples is that pinks and those reds kind of like slowly start to emerge as you look at the leaf longer. And I really think there's something beautiful about that. Marmalade is one that a lot of people are going to try to be getting today. So make sure you're ready.
Pick one of these up.
Last but not least,
dude, look at this thing.
We got some size coming at y'all. Acer Palmatum white peaches, man.
Beautiful 7-gallon sizes of these white peaches here. This is a beautiful white reticulated style Japanese maple. Super striking spring. I mean, when this thing leaves out, I get excited because you got this nice little border that starts out with that spring blush, and then it goes to this like pure white. I absolutely love that. That's where it gets that name. This was found as a sport on Peaches and Cream. It was just this bright white color. Really cool, exciting tree to add to the landscape.
Yeah, man. I think this is going to pair really nicely with things like Amber Ghost that kind of give you, you know, accentuate on that peaches color, you know, with that nice kind of bronzy amber color that you're going to get. And the reticulation is going to be so awesome. This one has some really very clear reticulation going on in it, which is really nice. Super well defined. Really nice size and shape on these ones too, man. White peaches is going to be a dope cultivar to have.
Hey guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us today here at the 10 at 10 video. Hope you enjoyed the lineup, man. We had some killer trees in there. Lots of great selections for you guys. We try hard every single week to bring exciting new plants to the 10 at 10s, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah, man, it really means a lot. I love seeing those familiar names in the chat all the time. That's super cool that we got so many people that are out here supporting us and enjoying what we enjoy, and we love sharing that with y'all. So if you really like our content, you know, make sure to drop a subscribe, like down below, leave a comment, dude, if you're really feeling generous. And remember, take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.